All right, good morning, everybody. Coffee and chat with Rev Bruce, making it happen on another Saturday. Glad to be here. Glad to be with you. And we're talking about writing the vision and making it plain. Writing the vision and making it plain. How to share your vision with others. How to share your vision with others. This is going to sound similar to sharing your dream, but it's a little different. One, because of the position that people take, and two, because of there's going to be some things about personality traits that we want to get into that might help us as well. So let's get this thing started. Habakkuk, the prophet, says in chapter 2, verse 2, and the Lord answered me, write the vision and make it plain on tablets so that they may run who read it, right? Those who read it will run with it. They will carry it out. And so that's part of the point of the vision, that they get it. And once they get it to the point where they are in a position to carry it out. And when they're in a position to carry it out, then, hey, we're excited. We're excited that it transpires and takes place, because that's part of it. Here's what the entirety of that is, right? Going from 2 to verse 4, starting at verse 3, for still the vision awaits its appointed time, right? It hastens to the end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Behold, his soul is puffed up. It is not upright within him, but the righteous shall live by his faith. You may have heard it in other versions, but the just shall live by faith. That's still appropriate. So what's going on here? Why is the Lord sharing this as, hey, write it, make it plain, that way when they get it, they can go with it? Well, the issue is what comes down to visionary leadership. Visionary leadership. And when we talk about visionary leadership, it's one thing to have it clear in your head. It's another thing to communicate and convey it to others, right? You have to communicate it to others. And when we have to communicate it to others, it can get lost in the mix, right? And that's part of the issue, right? And that's where people begin to drop off and fall off, because they don't understand what's he doing, what's he trying to do, where's he trying to take us, right? Imagine being among the children of Israel with Moses, and they're headed out of Egypt, a place where they know, a place where they've had some security, and now they're being chased by the Egyptians, and they're at the Red Sea, and it looks like there's nowhere to go. What is this guy doing? What's his plan, right? That's the type of thing that happens in business, that happens in church, that happens in nonprofits, small organizations, where people say, hey, look, we've got a leader with a vision, and then that leader has to communicate that vision to the people. Hear? Come on. And so in communicating that vision to the people, that leader has to break some things down. That leader has to make some things plain. And when they make it plain, they're making it plain so that the people can not only have the vision, right, but that they can carry out the vision. I hope this is making sense. And so in making it plain, it's not so that the leader is quote unquote dumbing down the vision. It's that the leader is putting it in a perspective to where anybody can get it. And when they get it, they can grasp it and go with it, right? There's an intention here. You know, the intent behind sharing the vision is for the people to do what? That they get it. One, then that they grasp it, that they take a hold of it. They hold it dearly with themselves, and then they go for it, right? They run with it. That's the intention behind this. This isn't rocket science. This isn't this is basic communications. This is basic leadership. You want them to hear it, get a hold of it, and do something with it. You want them to get it. You want them to grasp it and go for it. Make the vision happen. Because I can recall working with a very visionary pastor in the past, and his words to me were simple. You know, I've got the vision. I need people in place who lay the bricks along the way to make the road that gets us to the vision. Masterful. Okay. And so here's a way for you to have the vision, be the leader, be that visionary leader, and let the people get a hold of it and run with it. Let's try this on for size. Number one, what you need to do is share plans. Share plans. Make it plainly. And I would say, if I say it another way, I'd say share it plainly, right? Make it happen. Make it obvious. Billboards, hashtags, right? Short sentences, catchphrases. Something snappy, right? Something that people can get and get behind, right? Look at the Obama campaign. That was something snappy, something short. People could get behind it, right? All about change. Hashtag change. That was what Obama was about as far as the campaign, the first campaign, right? Share the plan. Hey, we're going to change this thing. We're going to make it different. We're going to be different, right? We are the change. But in all that, it was shared, and it was shared plainly, and it was shared widely, right? Soccer moms for Obama. Construction workers for Obama. You know, people got on board, and when they got on board, they were able to go with it and go for it. That's what we're talking about. So share it plainly, share your plans, and share them plainly so that people can get it. People can get it. Boom. Solicit prayers. I say solicit prayers because in doing this is going to be lonely work as the visionary, as the leader. This is going to be lonely work. And so backing you up, you want some support backing you up and keeping you going and keeping you motivated, keeping you inspired, letting you know that you've got some supporters in the wings. And so solicit prayers. Talk to the people who may not be great speakers, may not be great communicators, but they're in touch with God. Talk to the people who may not be the ones who'll give you a big donation or a great handout or a lot of volunteer time, but they'll get on their knees and put you on their prayer list and talk to God. Talk to those people and get them talking about this and stirring this up and sharing this up and soaking it down with prayer and knocking it out. Those are the people you want to talk to when I say solicit prayers. Then your next move should be to seek partners. You want partners, people who will be shoulder to shoulder with you on this, people who will be walking with you in this, people who will be invested in this with you on this. When you take one step, they'll take two. When you make one move, they'll be right there behind you to support you. Partners who are willing to not only be involved, but also be fellow evangelists of what you're sharing, right? That they're going to be out there trying to convert other people and saying, "Hey, man, listen, this is what they're talking about. This is what we're looking to do. Get on board now, or you're going to miss the boat." That's what you need. I mean, if you're trying to launch a new business venture and get people to catch on to a new craze and phase that you're getting started, you need some partners like that who'll get involved and hype this thing up in some circles that you aren't even invited to, in some places where you don't even know the address. You understand what I'm saying? You need to get some partners that are involved from all angles so that you can hit it from different places and know that you are spreading this thing out plainly and widely so that people get it. So you need to find some partners that can get into it and get involved with it right along with you. And along the way, you need to show progress. You need to show progress. There's no wonder during a round of fundraising, and I'm talking about fundraising in the sense of what a lot of businesses do in like in the first, second round of fundraising, someone is releasing a press release to all the media outlets and the bloggers and everyone else in that industry about how much money was raised by a particular business in this first round of fundraising so that the other angel investors can kind of raise their eyebrows and say, who got behind that? Because I didn't see that presentation. I didn't hear that thing drop. Who got behind that? And so as they're moving forward, they're able to show progress and others take notice, and then they say, well, I want to hear what you have going on because I see you were able to generate X amount of cash. I may want to double that for you if I like what I see. I may want to get involved with that and invested in that with you if I like what I see. So you got to show progress along the way. Do a press release and say, hey, this is where we're going. This is where we're headed. This is what we're trying to do. This is who we're in partnership with. This is what we want to accomplish in the end. What? Don't you know somebody might pick up on that and say, man, let's roll. Let's go. I didn't even know that was happening in and around my town. Do it and share it and show it, and that's one way that you can get more momentum, right? More momentum as you continue to move, right? And finally, I want to say this because we don't talk about this enough. Stay persistent. Stay persistent. Don't give up. Do not give up. Listen, in the book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill says there's a time that's always too early to quit, right? It's always too early to quit, right? And that's something that we also hear, right? When we talk about golly, I can't remember my name. Norman Vincent Peale. Norman Vincent Peale. Always too early to quit, right? Napoleon Hill says, winners, they stick with it. And quitters don't win. And winners don't quit, right? That's Napoleon Hill. And Norman Vincent Peale says, it's always too early to quit. The thing says that the vision is for an appointed time, right? It says it. It says the vision is for an appointed time. It says it may not come immediately. But it's surely going to come, right? It's not going to delay that long, but it's going to come. Don't get impatient. Don't fall off the wagon. Stick with it, right? This is going to happen. Stay persistent. And when you stay persistent, then you're going to see and reap some benefits that you would not have seen if you had quit. Right? You would not have seen if you dropped out. You would not have seen this if you said, man, this is too hard. These people ain't getting it. They ain't moving. Come on, man. Listen, you've got to do this and do this with the type of heart and mindset that says, I've got this. I've got it under control, and I'm going to do it until the very end. Hey, there's something in this that's going to help you get to another level. There's something in this that's going to help you get to another place. And when you get to another place with this vision, you're going to understand, man, if I had just stayed a little more persistent, if I had just stayed there and held on a little bit more, I would have this so down and tight. It wouldn't be anything for anybody to do about it. But you got to stay with it. You got to stick with it. You got to stay persistent. Trust me, believe me, this is what has to happen in order for you to write the vision and make it plain. And for the people to pick it up, read it, and run with it. That's what needs to happen. As a visionary, you're trying to communicate what's in your heart and mind to people who may not see it like you, who may not get it like you. And how do you get it? How do you get it into a communicated fashion and format to where they get it and are able to go for it? That's the process. That's the process we're talking about. Hey, listen, this is one way to do it, but there's plenty of other ways to approach this. This is one way to do it if you're a visionary and you want to go forward with your ideas, your plans, and what's on your heart and mind, and bring other people along. Trust and believe. It's not easy, but it can be done. It can happen. And I believe if you believe enough in yourself, you're going to get it done. Amen.